On sheet 1, video number 6, I believe, and you can probably hear my dog is still chewing on the bone, so during this you'll probably hear it. A baseball statistics analyst wants to see if the mean number of home runs per team is equal to 185. That's real important, equals 185. Should she perform a 1 or a 2-tailed test? Would the results be the same? She should perform a 2-tailed because it's not equal to. Greater than would be the tail to the right, less than would be the tail to the left. If it's just not equal to, then it could be greater than or less than, so it would be 2 tails. Are the results the same from a 1 and a 2-tailed test? No. For a 1-tailed test, you're going to get just this end of the score or this end of the score. But for a 2-tailed, you get the same together. Okay? Number 31, last year the government made a claim that the average income of the American people was $35,500. However, a sample of 35 people taken recently showed an average income of $33,175. With a population standard deviation of 1150, is the government's estimate correct? Conduct a significance test to see if the true mean is equal to the reported average. Use alpha equals 0.01, find the value of p, write a valid conclusion. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is a z-test, all right? We do that because the sample is 35 people. 30 tends to be the cutoff between a t-test and a z-test, but honestly, if you're just slightly below 30, you might want to go with the z-test because to enter, let's say, 27 pieces of data in the list can be a pain. So typically, if we're a little under 30, we've allowed a z-test to happen too. 30 and above, always a z-test. If you've got like 10 or 15 pieces of data, you definitely do a t-test. So, with all of that in mind, stat test, choice 1, z-test. The null hypothesis is 35,500. The standard deviation is 11,050. Pardon me, 1,150. The mean is 33,175. The number, n, the sample size is 35. And this time you want to choose not equal, so the mean would not be equal to the null. When you crunch those numbers, you get p equals 5.878613 e to the negative 33. That is an extremely super small number. That's like 0.0 and somewhere in the neighborhood of 32 zeros or something like that. So 5878613, that's ridiculously small. So since it's almost equal to 0 and it's super, super small, alpha is greater than p. If p is low, the null must go. So their income or their estimate for the average income is not 35,550. Okay, so that's sheet 1. You've done all the pages. You've looked at the videos. How are you doing so far? I would make it a point to review the ones that you did not get correct, and we have 2 more sheets to go. And hopefully by the time we get done with those 2 sheets, you feel 100% prepared for the exam. Don't be afraid to reach out to me if there's any that are still confusing to you, and I will try to help you as best I can. Don't forget, office hours, Monday night.